Hey guys, kinggath here with another patch for Sim Settlements 2. This is patch 3.2.2, which I'm calling Claudia's Key. And if you're a longtime fan of the mod, you'll know that this is years overdue. We'll get into the details of the patch name and some other stuff in just a moment. Of course, we first got to thank our patrons. You guys are the best. You guys make sure that those of us on the dev team can basically do this for free and keep putting out the content, keep supporting the community with all of our tools and websites. And I'm going to shout out a handful of you today. So if you signed up recently and you don't hear your name, don't worry, I'll get to you in an upcoming video. All right, huge shout out and thanks to Jim Cambridge, Olivia Rogue, Gumshoe, Logan Johnstone, Jake Osceola, David Groom, and Raymond Taylor. Thank you guys all. I'm going to assume, Jake, that yours was the muck up of the week with that last name, so my apologies. You just can't have a shout out time with no mistakes. That would be impossible. You guys would assume hell froze over that day if I messed none of them up. All right, let's get into the patch notes. So Claudia's Key, that is in reference to Claudia, rest in peace, from the main quest, who you find a holotape on, and here descriptions of a chest, some sort of supply cache, and so to date that has never actually existed. I've watched many of folk go explore for it, and the reason it didn't exist is because I was trying to force somebody on our team who didn't want to learn all aspects of the CK into learning a little bit more, and they finally learned how to build out containers, place them in the world, get keys set up, all the things. So they've now mastered that, and it is in the mod for today's patch. So if you are doing Vim and Vigor soon, you'll find that clue actually leads somewhere, and there'll be a key on Claudia. I'm not going to tell you guys where it is. I'll let you figure out where it is based on the hints, and you'll find yourself some extra little rewards for those of you who want to go dig. All right, then the other big thing in this patch to talk about is right in front of us, and this is for extended users. As I mentioned a few patches ago, going forward, any new content that requires a large amount of assets will only be available in extended, just because Xbox players are completely filled up. They have no space left. There's no more room. Though ironically, I did manage to save some space for Xbox players, but we'll talk about that in a moment. So this particular building in front of me is a new home. This is the level 1 that you'll unlock if you manage to take the main quest line all the way to completion, and you get the Where the Heart Is quest, which is the one that I think most of you guys will get in your ending. So depending on the ending of SS2 you end up with, you may unlock this new house, which is for Caitlin and Laura. And this is just level 1, like I said, so the 2 more levels to check out with this. A really great design. There's some little Easter eggs in there for character content and such, so I won't spoil all that, let you guys discover it. Those of you guys who have already completed Where the Heart Is should find this unlocking shortly after you install the patch, if you've got SS2 Extended installed. Now, Xbox players, one of the ways I was able to recover some space for you is that the long recorded bug of outfits being shiny. So I've started doing some research into that, and I think I've got it all figured out. It's still, the bug is still there for some characters, but one in particular I was able to remove it on is Algernon, and it turned out that despite having that shiny texture, he still was using up a ton of texture memory. So I switched him over to using some vanilla textures, which is what the original armor he's in was using anyway from the mod that we used from Tumajamba, and now you will find that those textures are no longer needed. So I saved you about 10 megs of space, decided not to use them for something like this house, and instead I'm going to let you guys keep that space because I'm sure you would love to have a little bit more space for some tiny quality of life mods and the like. So this is not available on Xbox, and I'm going to continue that trend. If I can save you guys space, probably going to leave it there as opposed to trying cramming in more content. Would rather have you guys more freedom to install more things, and there likely will come a time where we need to squeak in some minor assets or voice files in order to enable a key feature, and I think you guys would rather have that over more decorative things. So that is my aim for Xbox players. All right, so other than that, it's primarily a bug fix patch. I've been diving in every week trying to take out as many quest showstoppers as possible to try and make sure that you guys can get through all of our various quest content. So check out the patch notes that will be linked below if you want to see if your most recent bug was fixed. And if you've got some bugs of your own that you haven't seen resolved, definitely report those on the forums at simsettlements.com, and hopefully somebody can replicate those, get me steps, and then we can start tackling those. We are on a new method now for tackling bugs, and I have some more plans to evolve it so that we can try and get through more and more of them quicker and quicker so that you guys can get your issues resolved and you're not stuck with a busted save, or rather a busted quest. We want to make sure that you guys can get through all of those. And of course, game base mechanics in SS2 are also on the agenda. You'll see that there's a few fixes for those as well. All right, and as always, end of the patch notes, it's time to give away something. So if you are interested in scoring some SS2 merch, I am going to tell you guys a little hashtag, and if you leave a comment, include that hashtag and something else, not just the hashtag. I read through all the comments and pull these out, and there's a good chance to tell me a funny story, tell me something you like about some settlements, tell me something you hate about it, give me a bug report, just something interesting to read, and include this hashtag. I will draw one of your names in the next couple of days, and then I will reply to your comment and ask you to get in touch with me through the forums or Twitter or some sort of social media, and then I'll hook you up with a $25 gift card to use on our Threadless shop. All right, so this week's hashtag is Justice for Claudia. So go ahead and leave those comments below, and I think that's it. So guys, take care and enjoy the mods.